All right, hi, this is OneHourSmartHome.com, and today we are basically going to give you the Nest Thermostat Manual. Yes, the video manual to the Nest Thermostat. So we've got it off. A lot of people get these installed and maybe a family member got it for them and they don't know how to use it and they're too afraid to ask, or the instructions are too complicated in the booklet, or maybe you threw the booklet away. So we're going to show you the easy way so that you're going to be competent with your Nest thermostat. It's a question we get a lot, so don't feel bad. The first thing is that to adjust anything, what you need to do is you need to turn here. This is like selector mode, okay? This ring rotates on the outside. So I'm just in off. If I want to change it to a different mode, heating or cooling, I need to go into a menu. So I'm going to click on this. That gets me into the menus. The very first thing is mode. So I'm just going to click there. Okay, and it says heat, cool, and off. Very easy. If I want to change between one of these, I can just rotate here on the Nest thermostat like this, and I could change the heat mode. Woo, it's hot. And it went into heat mode. You could see it was up at 76, so I just turned it down to a more comfortable temperature in the 70s, 60s, whatever. You just rotate the dial, and that is going to change the temperature of your Nest thermostat. So now let's say I wanted to go into cooling mode. I go back. Where do I go? I just go into the mode here, and I'm going to change it to cooling mode. Boom. All right, cooling. Set to 76. If I wanted to turn it up, I just rotate this way. If I wanted to turn it down, I'd rotate it the other way. Very, very simple. But what a lot of people get hung up on is the rotation and the need to click down here. So it toggles. It's like a lever. It rotates on a little pin back there, and you got to click down here to make a selection. So you click down at the bottom. That's how you're going to make a selection with your Nest thermostat. This arrow is always going to go back to the main screen, and then once I click it, it gets me into my menus. So we're just going to go through what is heat cool mode. Heat cool mode, that is a range. It's really good for the spring and the fall. It's going to allow you to set a lowest heating temperature and a highest cooling temperature so that you're going to stay within those parameters. It's good for spring and fall in the Midwest, where you might have a day where you could have heating and cooling in the same day. So we're going to put it back to cooling mode because it's summer right now. No reason to have it anywhere strange. And eco mode, what is that? That's just going to save you energy. That's like if you're going to work, you put it in eco mode, and it gives you a super big maximum and minimum designed to save you energy, but not let your house get too hot. If you've got a dog or a cat or a pet, or plants or something you don't want to get too hot, the hottest it would ever get would be 77, and the coolest it would ever get would be 63. If you've got a pet, that might be a little bit too large of a range, but that will help you save energy. The eco mode, it's eco, economy, eco, environmentally friendly, all that stuff. So active sensor, I've got some sensors throughout the house that are the Nest room sensors. They're going to allow you to control the temperature a little bit better in each room, so highly recommend those. We'll put a link to those below. But basically what those do are you're allowed to connect those to the Nest, and they will work as a remote temperature sensor that you can set the Nest to follow that thermostat temperature sensor. So right now it says I've got one in the garage. It was great in the wintertime. See how hot the garage got, make sure that the pipes weren't going to freeze. So highly recommend that if that's something that you want to do. Done. All right, and we're going to go to the next thing here. This is the fan. Okay, some people like to run the fan 24/7. If you wanted to, you would just turn it like this, and it's going to run for 12 hours. I would press the start. I don't want to do that. There's no reason. But basically, running the fan is just going to help you circulate more air throughout your house. Some people like that. Schedule. It's going to show you what your schedule is. I don't really use this on the thermostat. It's way easier to change it on the app, so we're just going to skip through that. There's no reason for you to do it here. That's the difficult way. You should just adjust the schedule on the app. And what do we have here? History. This is nice if you just want to see how much energy you're using. So yesterday it says we didn't have any heating usage because it's summertime, but we did have the air conditioning on for an hour and a half. It was a little bit hot at night. We had some thunderstorms roll through with some humidity and a little bit of heat. So we did have it on a little bit, but that just shows you your usage. We're going to go back, done, and go back to the eco mode here. Now, if I want to adjust some of the other settings, what I can do is the home away assist setting, the eco mode setting. It's going to show you your maximum minimum temperature. Basically, if you want to adjust something here, all you're going to do is you're going to click on one of these. We're going to turn down the camera a little bit so you can see a little bit better. You're going to just click on one of these, and then it's going to allow you to change all these different settings here, okay? So, you know, these are all changeable inside of the app, but I'm not going to go through every single one of these. But if you want to go into the menu, you just click, you can rotate through to change, click, rotate through, and usually there's a done or an exit tab down there at the bottom, and that's going to show you how you are able to change. If I wanted to change from